This is the Say It Can't Gamer, and you are live with the MMA-Holes!
Mixed martial a-holes. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes. You like to be a mixed martial a-hole. MMA-Holes, 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 MMA-Holes.
Boom, 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 boom.
No way.
Oh!
From the Queen Studios of New York, Premier FC 26 and CES 50 recap. UFC Singapore Fight Week. Are super fights in the UFC necessary? Well, you'll find out on the MMA
Holes. I harmonized. I harmonized. That's a second time around. I harmonized.
What's up, MMA Holes? What's going on? We have a full jam-packed show. We are back in the studio, the Queen Studios of New York, and we are wonderful, wonderful. I hope everyone in the chat is wonderful, wonderful tonight. Let me know what the wonderful, wonderful is right now inside that FAP room over there, right?
Fap.
Yes, the FAP room. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, we have a beautiful show tonight. If you check it out over here, myself and JBH.
JBH.
Yeah.
That's my new name.
That's right. JBH will be talking about this, are super fights necessary in the UFC? Something I've wanted to talk about with you guys for a while, you know. We want to know here, we have to figure it out. Super fights. The UFC seems to go and rely on super fights, and we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be discussing Premier FC and CES. We were live from those two events, and we're going to talk about local, regional MMA events and why you should go, why you shouldn't go, our comprehensive review on these two events. We're going to be discussing that. We're going to be talking about, well, UFC. The UFC Singapore is this weekend. It's a nice morning show, so fight breakfast. Instead of fight buddies, we're going to be fight breakfast this weekend on Saturday. So that's going to be wonderful, wonderful. Right? Right, Jesse?
Wonderful.
That is right. Fight breakfast.
That's right. So we're going to be talking about Fight Breakfast, Donald Cerrone versus Leon Edwards. Interesting card over here. And I like changing it up. I like doing some morning streams and hanging with the boys.
Hanging with the boys.
Shut up.
That wasn't nice.
No, I had to tell Cody Garvin to shut the fuck up. I really didn't feel like listening to him. And we are also, we have a full week because the Contender Series is tomorrow night. We are going to be doing a fight reaction.
Fight reaction.
What is it, Jesse?
Fight reaction.
Fight reaction.
Fight reaction.
That's right. We're going to be doing a fight reaction to this over here, the Contender Series tomorrow night. So tonight, tomorrow night, Wednesday night, Friday night, Saturday morning, we will be live here on the MMA Holes doing some wonderful, wonderful streams. If you are new to the show, welcome to the show. We met some cool friends this weekend, Friday and Saturday night. We made some wonderful, wonderful friends over there, so it's good to see. I see the trolls are in full effect, and shout out to Stewie and the Indians. And
the Indians.
Yeah, I know those
There's no
people.
other way to put them. Maybe Stewie's friends,
Stewie
but
and
it's
the
the Indians.
Yeah, shout out to those guys and everyone in the chat right now. Let's say hello to the peeps over here as we get the show started. We will be taking some phone calls, and we've got 20 likes. It's fixed! 20 likes! Die of leprosy. Thank you for the likes. Let's break some records tonight as Bruce Buffer fucks to 20. Dan says, are you doing PFL on Thursday? Unfortunately, I can't. I didn't spend Father's Day with my father, so that's not happening. I'm having a family day. I'm actually going to miss PFL. We would do PFL as well, but that's not happening. So perhaps Dan from Oregon will be doing that as well. on Thursday night, the Thursday night PFL, which was a banging card over there. Friend of the show, the Spartan over there. We met him this weekend at PFC. Gave us a little tidbit of information, and he had a fantastic finish in his last fight. We'll see who wins the next one in PFL. They're doing a good job over there. A league, an MMA league. So maybe in the future we'll do some fight buddies to that, but we will do fight buddies for the Contender Series and UFC Singapore. Super fights, Jesse.
Jesse.
Super fights.
Super fights.
It looks like Conor McGregor and Khabib will be fighting, and I am correct. It will happen. It definitely will happen. I think by the end of the year we'll be seeing that fight happening. And Brock Lesnar versus Jon Bones Jones. Well, that looks like it's going to be happening as well. But the question tonight is this. We're not going to be talking about, who's going to win, Khabib or McGregor? Who's going to win, Jon Jones or Brock Lesnar? What we want to talk about is, are super fights, are they a waste of time? Or are they something that's necessary for the UFC? Does the UFC depend on super fights? Now, you see this past event over here with CM Punk, and the ratings weren't that great when it came to pay-per-view numbers. Our ratings were good, but pay-per-view sales weren't very high. They were banking on that CM Punk disaster over there. And the UFC is now talking about rumblings of these fights happening. What's the deal? You look on the schedule over here, and let's go to the UFC.com. You go to the schedule, and you have UFC 226, which is banging over there. But is there a super fight on that card? Well, yeah, there is a super fight, right? Daniel Cormier versus Stipe Miocic. Cormier going up to fight Stipe. Are they relying heavily on these fights? Now, the card is stacked. It's absolutely stacked, this card, UFC 226, which looks to be put together fantastically. But why is the UFC doing this? Are they relying too much on the super fights? I'm going to say yes. I think this is a trickle-down effect from Mystic Mac, Conor McGregor. When Ronda Rousey was doing her thing, she was on top of the world, but they didn't quite rely on Ronda. Even though she got the biggest numbers, it wasn't like, oh my God, let's wait for Ronda. No, Brock Lesnar came in and had some circus fights going on there, but no one really relied on Brock Lesnar. Conor McGregor comes aboard, and then all of a sudden, everything gets flipped around, and now everything's a super fight. Everyone's calling out people and trying to be cringy and creating a character. And now it's like super fights are the only way for the UFC to succeed. Now, Jesse Bell Hill, what are your thoughts on this wonderful, wonderful topic over here with the super fights?
I mean, I'm not the kind. Here's the thing. I'm not opposed to super fights. I don't think any MMA fan. Are you opposed to super fights?
Because of this show, I am not opposed to super fights.
But if this show did not exist, as a fan of MMA, are you opposed to super fights?
No. Yes.
You are.
I would be opposed to super fights.
Why?
I would be. So there are a lot of people that are like, fuck that. Let's get back to the rankings and this and that. And I kind of, if I was just observing the sport and enjoying the sport, sitting at home, my feet up, sipping on some scotch by myself, I would be like, no, I want to see them respect the rankings a little bit. I like Conor McGregor. I like the cringiness of him. I thought he was fantastic. But everyone jumping aboard and all this weird circus stuff, I didn't give two fucks about. I like the trash talk, but I don't give a fuck about a super fight. I want to see the rankings. I want to see them acknowledged. I want to see that happening. So, yeah, I'm not a big super fan. But on the show, I am a huge fan of super fights because look at our ratings. Anytime there's a super fight, my head explodes with subscribers over here.
Take what Dan Flynn says in the chat. He says it depends on the super fight. GSP can go fuck off. Now, aside from disagreeing on the GSP part, because I'm a huge GSP fan, it depends on the fight, right? You said it yourself. It brings an audience, right? We have fans of every fighter. We have fans who hate fighters, and then we have fans who love certain fighters, right? So, I mean, it depends on the fight. You're not going to love every super fight, but if you love the fighter, the super fight makes sense. So, yeah, I'm not opposed to super fights. I think whatever works, right? Whatever gets the UFC to sell more pay-per-views. Do it. Why not?
So Jesse says, yes, have the super fights. Why the hell not? I chuckle because of this super chat.
MMA-Holes, great work from one professional to another. Best of luck on growing your enterprise.
Thank you, Harvey.
Consider a couch and a ficus potted plant for the studio.
A ficus potted plant.
It's not a bad idea, Harvey. Thank you for the super chat. I do appreciate it. You are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
Why not? We're going to be changing up the studio very soon, switching things up, trying to aesthetically put this place together in
Appealing to the eye.
a pleasant way. Yeah, appealing to the eye. That's a good. Let's see what the chat says over here. I think we're split over here. Now, like I said, whoa, 20 likes. Go away. We need 5 more for that to happen. But like I said, if I just separate myself and just as a fan, I like the rankings. I think without rankings, what do we have? We have Bellator, right? And if we want Bellator, we'll watch Bellator. I'm
Right.
not opposed to watching Bellator, but let's be honest, there is no rankings over there. It's just a free-for-all. I want my UFC a little bit more, I don't know.
Personalized?
And I just want to know what I'm watching. Another problem with the UFC is with the judging and how they score these fights. It's very confusing these days. I don't know what the fuck I'm watching anymore. It's really bizarre.
Well, the judging, I'll give you. The judging has been so off lately.
Mm-hmm.
It's ridiculous. I mean, you see the scorecards for some of these fights. JJ versus Rose. What was the other one? With Till versus Wonderboy was another one that had a lot of controversy. I think as of late, the scorecards are completely bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll have to give you the scorecards. I think it's insane.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that need to be tweaked up. I think we've kind of lost what we've been watching over here. Now, UFC 225 was fantastic. It was a great card. It was a lot of fun. You had rankings against each other, but they were on the early prelims, which is bizarre. CM Punk was on the card, and you had your cringiness, and then you had that weird disaster at the top with Whitaker and Romero, and then all the controversy. But all in all, it was fun. But I felt after watching that card, I enjoyed it, but at the same time, I just felt the CM Punk thing kind of overshadowed a lot of the stuff going on in that card. Colby Covington was a good one with RDA, but Whitaker Romero still staying at the top of the card. I don't know. It was just weird. The whole thing was bizarre. I feel that we need to see something over here with the UFC. We need to go back to what we were doing before and occasionally pluck in a super fight here and there, but not rely on the super fight. I think that is a problem over there. Let's check out the chat room as we have Jesse, 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. 20 likes, 20 likes.
I've got fucking 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
I see the comment about raging in Gaethje. We're going to be talking about that. We're also going to be talking about Wonderboy and the whole kicks, the side kicks to the leg. That's a fantastic topic over there. I see that we're very split up. A lot of the MMA community is split up on that thing, so I can't wait to dabble into that. But let's talk about super fights in the UFC. Jonathan Jones says, all 5 fights went to decision, and I still enjoyed them all, says Jonathan Jones. Good point right there, right? One of the few cards where it all goes to decisions, and you don't say, we needed more finishes. We actually enjoyed the fight, so that was a fun card. I will give you that. Punk was screwed, says Brian Royer. Yo, MMA-Holes, what's up, Flat Earth Deacon? Robert Rodriguez says, Wonderboy is butthurt. Wah, wah. Kanado74 says, if Dana ran the NFL, we would see the Patriots versus ... every year. That's what he's doing to the UFC. Staley02 says, Sami Zayn. I wonder if CM Punk is going to keep training, says Dan Flynn. And H. Knitter is hanging with
Hanging with the boys.
Jared Nipper. I'm just getting here. Who you all got? Here we go. Raging or Justin Gaethje. I, as of now, like Raging Al, but that's a tough one to call. Jesse, what do you think? Raging or Justin?
I have Gaethje. Not going to lie.
There you go. So split.
It's actually one of our topics tonight. Do you want to get into that right now, or do you want to wait?
We can get into that topics, and what we're going to do is we're going to fly through the comments over here. We'll get into some topics. We'll take the phone calls as well. A lot of stuff to jam into the show. I do, after this topic, though, want to just talk about PFC and CES 50 real quick before we do get into those topics. Check it out over here. The chat room is flying with 63 watching. Welcome to the show. If you came over from CES or Premier FC, hit me with the ones in the chat. Welcome, my new friends, and thanks for getting some shirts at our table over there, Jesse. The people bought shirts. Could you believe that? It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
Supporting the show. I do appreciate it. Marky Wahoo says a super fight is 2 champions from different weight classes fighting, or a GSP Bisping situation. It doesn't matter if Woodley versus GSP, not most exciting, or TJ versus DJ. You are all tuning in.
Valid point, Marky Wahoo.
Here we go, Marky
Very,
Wahoo.
very valid point.
Agreed. I think Justin says Jared Nipper. I'm 5'10" with a 7-inch meat rod, says Dan Flynn.
Wonderful,
I
wonderful.
like it.
Congratulations, Dan Flynn.
Jay Phil says, I like Al in the fight, but Justin has a puncher's chance in every fight. It's true. Justin, listen, take nothing away from Justin Gaethje. That guy he's a goddamn beast. I'm not trusting his quick turnaround with that chin. And Al's got the pop. You guys go to full-time. You got full-time MMA triggered. Funky. What's up, Funky Bigger? How you doing? I see you over there. Chris, man to man, can we please have a moment of silence for X? He was killed 20 minutes from my house at the age of 20. Love you, X. We will keep your songs going. Rest in peace. So Ethan Shear, I've been seeing a lot of stuff over here about this X. I don't know who this guy is.
Who is X?
I don't know. I think someone put it on the message board. Let's go to the MMA-Holes.com over here. Let's see, the MMA-Holes.com. I think someone put it on the message board. I could be wrong. Or maybe I saw it on Instagram. I don't know. So it was some guy with dreads or some shit. Who is it? Can someone explain who this guy is? Nope, we just got MMA-related shit. Oh, here he is. Is this guy?
Whoa.
Chickens came to roost. Worthless piece of shit who beats a
Well,
I guess this is the guy. I don't know. Is this the guy? What are we doing? What the was that the guy? A shitty rapper. Okay. Was that him? He goes, worthless piece of shit. Who is that? Nuri Muhammad? Yeah, it's Nuri Muhammad. Is this the guy? Apparently Nuri Muhammad doesn't like this guy. Is this the guy we're talking about? Oh my God. What a community. Quite a tribute. Yes. That's very, let's hold on. Okay. A moment of silence for the worthless piece of shit who beats up pregnant women and acts like fool. Is this the guy? Help me out. Fuck Nuri Muhammad. All right, so who knows? I don't know who this guy is. If anyone did die, a young kid died, hey, listen, that sucks. All right, here we go. Ethan Shearer says he was the greatest rapper in helping people from killing themselves. So if he's against suicide, then...
What, was that a mugshot, though? I mean, it kind of looked like it.
No.
I'm not going to lie. It looked a little bit like a mugshot. But...
Jared Nipper. Yeah, I don't know who he is. But, hey, listen, we don't want anyone to die, right? No one, especially if you're a young kid like that.
Well, except for the dislikes.
Well, the dislikes could die of leprosy. Sure, there's one death over there. But I don't know who he is. Sad man, no one deserves to get shit like that, says Zombie Wolf. It was his album cover. That was his album cover?
His mugshot? Was his album cover?
I know we're fucking we're straying right now. All right, so who is this guy? What is the guy's
Someone
name?
explain now.
We should open up the phones and find out. What's up, BK Rhoda? What's going on? Less shit music in the world. All right, I'm leaving this topic. I shouldn't be laughing at this. This is so stupid. All right, so this is what I want to do. Premier FC was this weekend, and CES was this weekend as well. On the MMAHoles.com, you can check out our recap over here. We have all the fights and what happened with these fights. But what I want to do is this. We had media passes. We were covering the events. Premier FC was on Saturday, and I was doing the cage interviews. I was fantastic, Jesse, correct? I was so good.
It was fantastic.
I'm a goddamn natural, right? With a microphone, I'm shoving into people's faces.
He was a natural.
That's right. And
that's what she said.
Wonderful.
Now,
Nailed it.
Let's talk. Let's start it off on Friday. Now, if you did miss it, you can run it back. We did streams on Friday and Saturday. I even missed Father's Day.
Shame on you.
Yeah, to do these streams for you guys. But it is what it is. And I'll see my father this week. I'll see you Thursday. Yeah, this happened this weekend. And Jesse, let's talk about CES. Okay. It was at the Twin Rivers Casino.
Yes.
It was a fantastic card on Access TV. And when I say fantastic, the card was banging. Like, seriously, it's one of those. This is Premier. It's one of those cards that, you're not too familiar with the fighters. There was a championship fight up top, but all the fights delivered. There was a lot of moments in this card, and here is the statisticals of the event. But Jesse, what do you think? Let's talk about CES. Twin Rivers Casino. We were on press row. You got fantastic treatment over there from the Birchfields, and shout out to Jimmy Birchfield, Sr. and Jr. You guys are wonderful.
Wonderful.
Louis Serrano as well from Prosper. Shout out to you, my friend. You are wonderful.
Wonderful.
Shout out to Nick Newell and the boys over there at FAA. You're wonderful.
Wonderful.
Jesse, what do you think about this event?
Super chat.
John Jones. 1. Thank you, John Jones, for the 1. You are wonderful, wonderful. All right.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So, Jesse, what do you think about this CES 50?
I think CES 50 was. I had a pretty good time over at CES 50. I've noticed that when I go to live fights, I become very lost in the being there, real fights in front of me. Like it's not a TV. I get lost in fights too, but in real life, it's like I become so absorbed I forget everything around me. So that's cool. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of fun. I think I preferred. Now I'm probably gonna get hated for this, but I think I preferred CES over Premier FC. I'm not gonna lie, but Premier FC was still good. It was still really good. We got to sit even closer to the cage with Premier. So.
Well, yeah, they're really totally different events. Like CES is a big promotion. The UFC feeds directly from CES. You have some more established fighters over there. Premier FC, you got some studs. You have some studs over there at Premier FC, but it's a smaller organization. So it's kind of cool. You got to see one that is on Access TV under the big lights. Pat Miltich is the he's the color commentator over there. And it's a big production, CES. They do a great job. And then you go over to Premier FC, which they still do a pretty damn good job over there. Of course, because they have Mystic Moss in the cage. And, I mean, that gives them the edge, right? Yeah, okay. But
wonderful.
it's interesting to see local promotion action from the top of the top to a smaller organization. Let me know your thoughts on Premier FC. Now, you did sit exactly cage side to this event. Over here, you were doing the website, and you were hanging out with the boys and girls from the MMA-Holes. But what did you think about this? Now, this promotion, you really got to hear the cracking of the shots, the kicks, the punches, the Uggs, the mouthpieces flying out. What did you think about that? How did you wrap your head around that whole situation?
I think here's the thing. Premier FC, the reason I would say that one was better it would only be because we were sitting so close to the cage. I mean, the fighters were like ramming up against the cage, and we were literally right there. With CES, we were so far back with the press table. I mean, we were still close. Don't get me wrong. We were still extremely close, but I think that's one thing I did like about Premier FC. I think they both have good qualities, you know? Like, I don't think there's one better than the other. I preferred CES because of the organization and because of the after party was a lot of fun too. So, I don't know. They're both really good organizations. I think they're perfect, you know? I don't think that they should be changed. I liked them.
There you go. Big Drama. What's up, Big Drama? By the way, fucking Big Drama is hilarious. This is Chris. You did a fantastic job interviewing the fighters. I appreciate that. You were wonderful, wonderful, of course.
Wonderful,
I mean, did anyone think I would do horrible? I mean,
I did.
Serious. Did you? What did you think? Were you nervous for me? Were you nervous for me when I first
I didn't
stepped
think
in
you
the
would
cage?
do horrible. I was nervous. Because here's the thing. I know that you've done cage interviews before. I've never seen you go in like in real life. Coffee tip dance.
Vlad, let's sip some coffee while Vlad. Cheers.
Thank you.
Vlad with the donation.
Haters will say, don't mourn a man who committed armed robbery and beat his pregnant girlfriend. But as Stalio2 says, it comes with the territory of being a rapper.
Jesus
Enough
Christ.
said.
There you
Rip.
go. Rest in peace to that guy who passed. I mean, we don't really know who he is, but I mean.
But hey, it comes with the territory of being a rapper.
I guess so. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, BK Rhoda says, Chris, my buddy, where Eddie Wineland and Darren Elkins are from, is fighting for a heavyweight bum belt in Kokomo in June 30th.
Nice.
Can someone translate that? Thank you, BK. Harvey.
It was all consensual. The couch was just comfy.
Who would have thought Harvey Weinstein would be an MMA hole? I never in a million years thought that. I'm
did.
flattered. All right, Harvey, thank you for the donation.
I predicted Harvey Weinstein's forthcoming.
All right. So that's good there. I mean, we had a good time. Let me know what the ones, if you want us to cover more of these events. Now, remember this. When I came back, okay, well, when we both came back, my head was fucking doing somersaults. All I was thinking was, what is next, right? We have fantastic access to these events, Premier FC and CES. They really treated us well. I mean, I think we have to say this, between Karen Wesh, the Birchfields, these two, I mean, three, I should say, really gave us the royal treatment over there. So we have a really good in with these organizations. And what's cool is now the fighters are coming to us, right?
Yeah.
We've got to the level where fighters are coming to us and we're able to help out, get their name out there. So any way we can help the fighters, and you can take the cringe, will come on the show, right? Now with this power that the MMA holes have,
Right.
now my head is thinking. The wheels are turning, and now I have ideas. So we're gonna up the quality Okay? We're going to bring it to the next level. Every time you see one of these live shows, road shows, we're going to up the ante a little bit more. We're going to get a better quality production for this, and we're going to add more content to the MMA Holes. I know the Premier FC was a little rough because it was very dark, and I was running back and forth. I had to do the cage interviews. But my wheels are turning, and we're going to make it better the next time. So hang around with us. We will definitely up the ante. That's right. As we point to you guys a lot.
Yeah, I noticed we did do that.
Yeah.
Not only in phone streams, but normal streams. We point to them.
Mm-hmm.
We love you guys so much. We're pointing to you.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Okay.
Adam Quinn has something nice to say here. He says, you guys are a heartless piece of shit over laughing about this young man shot dead. Welcome to America. Fuck you, JBH and Jesse.
Well, I'm sorry to break it to you, Adam Quinn, but JBH and Jesse are the same person.
The fuck are you talking about?
And nobody made fun of a guy shot, so it is what it is.
Yeah, I don't think we made fun of the guy. Like, we looked at the message board. We don't know who the guy is, and we never said, listen, if a kid gets shot.
I mean, I do recall you
But
blatantly
fuck you,
saying,
JBH and Jesse.
Yeah, well, it
Fuck
is what
both of
can
you,
I say?
right?
What can I say?
Fuck both.
JBH is on one shoulder, Jesse is on the other shoulder. I can't control them. It's like a devil and an angel going on over here.
What the fuck? Let me know in the chat who you hate more, JBH or Jesse. Let me know in the chat right now.
I'm curious.
Yeah.
By the way, you spelled my name wrong.
Yeah.
So thank you for that,
A
too.
lot of L's, but we still love you. When is JBH leaving? All right, here's the deal. This is what I want you cats to do. Subscribe to Not the MMA Holes. You'll hear more stories over there, behind the scenes stuff. Not the MMA Holes. We will answer your questions over there. Fuck you, Chris and Mystic Moss. Yeah, fuck both of you, Chris and Mystic Moss. Not the MMA Holes. Link in the description. We do gaming streams over there. We're gonna revitalize.
Super
Subscribe to that, and all your questions will be answered.
X was shot in face, jaw got blown right off, lil turd.
Oh my God, Jesus Christ! He said he was. Now and later said he was shot in the face. And he called him a little
goddamn.
turd.
That's not
What
meant
the
to
fuck?
say.
I kind of want to read the story of.
goddamn.
What is this guy's name? X. I'm gonna look this up. I know this is so off topic, but now I'm like fascinated by this. Let's see. X. X gonna give it to you.
This isn't.
I don't care. Who cares? We do whatever the fuck. X shooting. Mm-hmm. X shooting up. What is this guy's name? Who is? Why do I?
X shot by Zuru.
Who? Zuru? Zuru shot X.
Oh, X shot is the. No, that's not it.
Oh,
X
okay.
shot
What are we
is,
talking about here? I'm definitely showing my fucking.
10X shooting. Oh wait, no.
Who is
no,
X?
No, don't put X shooting. Put X shot.
X shot. First of all, it doesn't even come up. Like, who is this guy?
Okay. Here
Oh,
we
here
go.
we go.
Rapper XXX
Okay.
Tentacion.
Okay,
Temptation.
this is good.
Ad block.
Okay, let's see. Let's go over here.
Broward County.
Now, okay. Keep in mind, guys and gals. Okay, we are an MMA show, but this is a story that everyone's talking about over here. So let's talk about it. Okay, rapper Triple X.
Why are we talking about?
All right, the guy was shot, dead in Broward Country. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, Jesse, go for it.
Rapper XXX Tentacion.
What a name.
A sensational rapper whose skyrocketing career was rocked by criminal charges of domestic abuse, was shot dead in Deerfield Beach this afternoon. TMZ first reported the shooting, which was later confirmed by the Broward Sheriff's Office. Witnesses on the scene posted graphic images of the rapper motionless in the driver's seat of a BMW. BSO pronounced him dead around 5:40 p.m. The Broward County Fire Department told TMZ that the rapper, born Jace Onfroy, had been rushed to a hospital. According to WPLG, the ambulance took him to Broward Health
Wrap
North.
one on one shoulder.
All right, flag coming in.
On the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take that belt off me.
Next poll, who is the next rapper the MMA Holes want shot?
We're gonna put hit on rappers.
Anyone? Me.
We're just gonna put hits out on these rappers over here. All right. Anyway, I don't even know. Is this even a new? This is
Listen,
from the new times.
let's just make one thing clear here. We never said it was a good thing this guy got shot. We had no idea who the fuck he was in the first place. So it is what it is. I mean, what can we do? We can have a moment of silence for the guy. We don't even know who he is.
Hold on a second. Look at this. Now, all right. I gotta see this. Hold on. What's this? Y'all sitting here wishing death on another human being. What sense does this make? A 20-year-old kid was shot and killed. He had a rough start, but God forgives, and so should X.
No,
What-
so should you.
Oh, it shows you. Sorry, I didn't see the period over there. My eyes. X was influential to many people, and seeing people disrespecting him is childish. Broward country. Okay. So, all right, rest in peace to this guy, man. Listen.
R.I.P.
It sucks, you know. You don't want to see anyone dead. Look like a real stand-up kid. Look like a real class act. But listen, we don't wish death upon anybody over here. So rest in peace. 20 years young, Jesus Christ. No time for anyone to do that. But can we all get along, right? Like the great Rodney King said.
Everybody make peace and hug each other.
All right, now I see the chat. Anyway, I don't know what it is. That's ridiculous. All right, so we talked
Moving
about
on.
Premier FC. We talked about CES. Let's just fuck me. Oh God, what are we doing? Topic.
Super chat.
Stop the song. Super chat.
The one free night I have to update my own channel, and I'm watching you guys.
Good.
WTF. Keep up the good work. Love you all. P.S. Rappers die all the time. Still missing Bourdain.
WMMAC now. You are making the right choice, my friend.
There you go.
Watching us instead of... I mean, you can always update your channel after the show, but the show is always very important to watch.
Very important. That's right. Why are we getting closer? Are we going to sit on Chuz's lap soon, Jesse? What are we doing here? What's going on?
I'm still in the same spot that
No,
I
you're
was.
getting closer to me.
Super
Oh, it's me. What?
BK Rhoda.
Chris,
Now you just made
someone
things
has
awkward.
to take Howard Stern's place in 2 years. Next kings of all media, Mystic Moss and JBH, love you all. Peace and love, peace and love.
Peace and love, BK Rhoda.
Peace and love. Peace and love. There you go. BK Rhoda, a Howard Stern fan. Peace and love. That was Ringo, right? Peace and love. Peace and love. Thank you, BK Rhoda, for that donation. I do appreciate it. We will be taking over Howard Stern's show.
We are.
Wonderful, wonderful.
We're the Howard Stern of MMA.
No, I'm the Howard Stern of MMA.
The Howard Stern
Ro-
show.
You're the Mexican Robin.
super chat.
I don't want to be the Mexican Robin.
Well, you are. Laugh.
He's Malcolm X grandson. He beat my 15 prego sister.
Oh my God.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah. All right.
Don't compare JBH to Fat Pig Robin Quivers. Thank you, Stalio, too.
Okay. All right. Anyway, let's move on to topics over here. It's on. Check out the MMA-Holes.com if you have not got a chance to check out the MMA-Holes.com. It is indeed
Wonderful, wonderful.
wonderful, wonderful. We're going to be opening up the phone lines, and thanks for the donations, guys. I do appreciate it. You guys, actually, the donations are the reason why we go on our road trips. So more donations come in, we'll travel. We'll take you guys on the road. I think the road shows are a lot of fun. I saw the ones in earlier, so it looks like you guys have fun with the road shows. So I want to do Fight Buddies on the road. UFC 226 is in the works to be a road show, so we might actually do it from the actual event. And those donations get put right back into the show. So I do appreciate it so much from you guys. You are all...
Wonderful, wonderful.
Just kidding. Just kidding. Wonderful.
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right, here we go. Jesse Bell Hill, what's in the news?
Scroll down a little bit. There we go. Conor McGregor's plea deal expected to help the inner city youth. So Conor McGregor, if you guys are not aware, he did come out actually I think it was like a week ago maybe, or
Hold
a couple
on.
days ago.
Before you talk about the story, look, can we talk about this picture? This is
Okay.
like the best picture they can get. It's like, okay, let's get a Conor McGregor picture over here. And we're going to talk about his plea deal. And they're like, that's definitely the noise he's making. And what is this, at a poker tournament? What is going on here?
No, it's at a fight. Look at it. He's at one of like the press tables or some shit. It's, it's at a UFC event.
No, it looks like he's leaning over a poker table. It's like, I'm all in. I'm all in. Right? It looks like he's like, right? Doesn't it look like he's doing that? It looks like he's not even saying words. Or he's like, he's just finished like doing some blow off of some ring girl's asses. He's like, what do you think, Conor? If you had to say, what kind of noise is coming out of Conor's mouth here? It doesn't look like he's saying words. It's just like, what do you think, Jess?
I think that's pretty close.
Super chat.
That's super chat. Harvey.
Where the hoes at? PM me for a private BJJBJ lesson.
Fucking Harvey Weinstein. All right. Looks
Thank you,
like
Harvey.
him watching Bellator Cage Side, says Dan from Oregon. All right, so Jesse, let's talk about this story. The best.
Okay. Conor is returning to court on July 26th. He came out, I think it was last week or maybe a couple days ago, to the press. He made a statement about how he knows the severity of the charges that were placed against him. He had a felony and a couple misdemeanors. As I am understanding, he has a felony and a couple misdemeanors. And he said that his team's main focus right now is just the legal issues going on with him. It's not really anything with fighting. It's more of the legal stuff. So he would like to do helping like inner city youth to be a better role model for kids. And it's sort of his way of making up and being accepted back into the community of New York City, because that's where it took place. That's where the whole problem took place. The bus problem took place, was in New York. Well, it was in Brooklyn. So it's his way of sort of, I guess, making a better standing for himself. But he will be back in court on July 26th, so we will see. That's in about a week.
Yeah, this guy, he's going to get like community service. He's going to help a couple of black kids out, and then he's going to call it a day. Right? That's what's going to happen. He's going to pick up some
I did
trash.
not say it. You did.
He's going to put like an orange jumpsuit on. He's like, all right, black kids. I can't do an Irish accent. I wish I could. Can you do an Irish accent? I'm half Irish. You think I could do it, but I can't. It's terrible. I got to work on that. But anyway, yeah. So what do you guys think in the chat? Conor McGregor, he's going to fight Khabib. We were talking about this in the beginning of the show, if you're just jumping in now, about super fights, and that Khabib fight is happening. It's a lock. It's a fucking lock. This guy's going to get a slap on the wrist and help out a couple of kids. That's that. Who stole my lucky charms is what Boris Koger is saying. He's saying. John Jones says he's going to have them practicing how to throw a dolly.
Wonderful.
All right, kiddies. This is how you throw a proper dolly. No gangbanging. Make sure you throw the dolly through the window, you know? And yeah, okay, so Conor McGregor. Let's see what else we got in the news over here. Jesse Bell Hill doesn't fucking care. Where is my dog?
It's time to make out. Shove that
All right,
dog.
what else we got here?
In my mouth. Colby Covington shares his thoughts on the exchange with Michael Bisping.
Super chat.
Super chat. Harvey.
I have plenty more of FU money over CMC nuggets.
All right, thank you, Harvey.
That sounds...
FU money. All right. All right, cool.
Don't we all wish we had FU money?
Harvey's on fire tonight. Absolute fire. Niall Flanagan says they need to drop that felony in order for him to be able to travel back and forth to the U.S. The girl says, I hope black kids rob him. So he's rooting for the black kids to rob Conor McGregor. All right. Here's Karen Bryant. Hey! Colby Covington! Welcome to the show!
You're gonna wrap one on one shoulder.
Marky Wahoo.
You're gonna wrap the other on the other shoulder, and you're gonna need a fucking army to come take them belts off me.
Imagine how the world would be if the little shitbag gangbangers didn't off each other every day. Just saying, it's not a black thing. If they were majority white, I'd feel the same way. Taxes are high enough, so fuck 'em.
Jesus Christ. Thank you, Marky Wahoo. There you go. What do you think about that, Jesse? So just saying let them all off each other. Black or white doesn't fucking matter, right? Just let them all go.
To each their own, right?
Oh, yeah. What about Ariel Helwani? Was there an MMA hour today? There was no MMA. Ariel's gone.
Yeah. Ariel's last show was last week.
Fuck you, Fox. Fuck you, Fox. Look at that. Ariel Helwani leaves the MMA hour and runs off to ESPN. Good for you, Ariel. Fuck you, Vox. Who are you going to... who's going to go? Is Luke Thomas going to be the new MMA hour host? Who's going to be? Fox is fucked. They're fucked. Anyway.
Right.
Guy, what were you saying, Jesse?
Are you sure this time?
Yeah, maybe.
All right. Colby Covington.
Oh, we're going back to the... Okay, cool. Yes. All right, I'm going to do Karen Bryant and... all right, Jesse. What's the story about?
Michael Bisping came out with a response to Colby Covington's little tiff that they had on Fox Sports when Covington won the belt against RDA. But Covington, he even said in the article, says that he did not address the situation with UFC or Fox, and he said that's not something he would do. But he did indeed address it. And he said that he would knock Bisping out. He said that Bisping, he forgot what happened from American forefather Dan Henderson. You would think he got humbled from the last time he messed around with the red, white, and blue. I'll come across the pond and break that little one-eyed nerd's face.
So he's not giving a fuck. He's like Michael Bisping.
Pretty much.
I don't blame him for not giving a fuck.
Well,
what is Michael Bisping going to do? Let's be honest, right?
And Covington said it himself. He said it was his time to shine. That was his spotlight. And Bisping sort of got salty and just kind of took over for a minute. I mean, it's not really fair. I could see it. Here's the thing. If Covington were to come on any other interview, say if he were to come on Bisping's podcast, right? And Bisping did the same thing. Yeah, maybe I could see Bisping kind of lighting him on fire a little bit. But when a fighter just wins a belt, you know, like they just come out of a fight, they actually put on a good fight. No matter how cringy the person is, no matter how cringy Colby Covington might be, he still put on a good fight. You know, he still did reasonably win the belt. So why take his shine? You know, why do that to someone? It's just not, it's not right. I personally, and I don't even like Colby Covington, and I'm coming to his defense in this one.
All right, so you say Colby Covington's in the right. I agree. I'm not. Colby Covington won me over. I've jumped ship. He won me over. I still think he's cringy. I get it now. I get it. I was a little late to the party, but I get what he's doing over here, and he's backing it up with the W's, a dominating performance over RDA, and fuck you, Michael Bisping. I'm a fan of Michael Bisping, but what are we doing?
Super chat.
WMMA jumping in.
Only people Colby knocks out are fans who fall asleep watching him.
There you go.
Well, okay, let's talk about that. Now, the RDA fight, was it spectacular? No, it wasn't a spectacular fight, but it was dominating. I am not going to criticize Colby Covington because I feel that Kamaru Usman is fantastic and people fall asleep while he fights. Regardless, it's MMA, right?
Right.
And Colby Covington did what he had to do within the regulations and the rules of the cage to win that fight. He had a good game plan, he executed it, and he dominated RDA. So, yeah, you can fall asleep during it, but at least you know during the post-fight interview you're not going to fall asleep. Correct, Jesse?
Yes.
Yes. Harvey Weinstein agrees with the hot chick. Let's move on to the next topic so we can take some fucking phone calls.
Drop it.
We are flowing tonight on the MMA-Holes Hour. Thanks for watching, friends. And we have 56 likes, the Lawrence Taylor of the likes over there. So make sure you drop the likes in there. Let's soar to 100 likes tonight. Welcome new subscribers. If you are from the PFC or the CES shows, welcome. Harrison Adamo, congratulations, my friends. You are wonderful, wonderful. Rock that shirt proud. And everyone who competed this weekend, win or lose, you are all goddamn celebrities. All right, Jesse, what else is in the news?
Iaquinta is readying for a round and a half of absolute hell, is what he said. It says hell on the thing, but it's absolute hell is what he's talking about with Justin Gaethje.
All right, hold on. Before you talk about this, the pictures are fantastic for the stories tonight. Can someone, Nuri Muhammad or someone, before the show is done, I need some help. Okay, on the message board is a picture of Iaquinta. I demand one of the MMA holes, please insert a dick in his mouth. Please, someone, for fuck's sake, can someone put something in his mouth, and I will show it here live. All right, go ahead, Jesse. I had to get that out of my system.
Okay.
All right.
Now, I know a lot of people are going with Raging Al on this one, but I seriously have my money on Justin Gaethje. However, I can say that I do believe... I understand why you would go with Raging Al, and Raging Al had a whole long drawn out thing, and I won't go fully into it. I'll just synopsize it as best I can. Al basically said that Justin Gaethje doesn't change up his sequence of things. He goes into the octagon, he has the same sort of strategy, the same pattern every single time he fights, and if a fighter doesn't change up those patterns, if they don't change up those strategies, then people expect it. They know how to win against him. And he thinks that because he had time to heal and he had a long break after his fight with KHABIB Nurmagomedov, that he has more of an advantage right now. Justin Gaethje hasn't had a break. So, you know, he doesn't have that same. And plus, with him not changing up his strategy, it's not as much of an advantage for him either. So, I mean, he's got some valid points. The article is on the message board if they want to take a further look at it. There's a whole interview on it.
There you go. We pulled it. Yeah, Iaquinta is always a home run on Ariel's show. Rest in peace, Ariel's show. But on the message board, the MMAHoles.com, we have links, and this is on MMA Fighting, Bloody Elbow, all those cunts over there. But they do a good job putting up the stories, and we just took it and threw it on the message board. We aggregate. Is that the word I'm looking for?
Aggregate?
What do we do? We wrangle the stories, and we just toss them over here. We're story wranglers.
We're further promoting. I don't know.
Okay, anyway, what else is in topics?
Mackenzie Dern.
Fat.
Mackenzie Dern will stay at strawweight after her flyweight flaw.
Look at her. She looks like she's like a sumo ceremonial dance over there. She's like, oh no, I don't know what's going on over here.
All right.
We kid.
Well,
Go ahead.
her last fight, she came in, I believe it was 3 pounds overweight, I believe.
No, it was way more than that.
Or 8 pounds. I can't remember
I think
anymore.
it was 40. I think it was 40 pounds overweight.
So she basically sat on her opponent to win. She ended up getting called by the UFC. The UFC brought her in, I think it was in Vegas. They brought her in to see, they checked her body type and everything.
They're rating her. Hold on. Oh, I thought they were rating her. I thought
7 pounds.
7 pounds. All right.
She came in 7 pounds overweight. There you go. Someone says 8 pounds. Regardless, she came in overweight, like hardcore overweight. The UFC brought her in because they were considering bringing her up to flyweight.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I can't remember.
She should go to food weight.
Wonderful.
Anyway, go ahead.
Nailed it.
She doesn't even know how to use a straw, right? All right, go ahead.
All right, they were going to bring her up to flyweight because that's what her last 2 missed weigh-ins were up at, was flyweight. So they checked her body type to see if she was more fit for the flyweight division, but everyone agreed at that meeting that she was, given her body type, she was still fit for strawweight. She was just recently, I don't know, it was recently a couple months ago, she was just released from the Arizona gym that she was at because of her inability to show up on time or show up on the days that she was supposed to for training. So that makes a lot of sense. If you're not showing up for training, you're not losing the fucking fat, and you're not gonna make weight. So
Yeah.
But yeah, she's staying at strawweight. So we'll see how the next fight goes.
There you go, staying at strawweight. Let me know what you guys think about that, her staying at strawweight. And here's the reason why I dog on Mackenzie Dern. It's not because she's not fat, let's be honest. She's a normal weight, right? She's a normal woman here, and she's curvy, and good for her, right? The reason why I'm dogging on her is she's just trying too hard to fight at a weight class that she doesn't fucking belong in.
Well, if she would just show up at that's the thing. And it was
Maybe she should stop fucking eating, Jesse.
Maybe she should train.
Yeah.
Maybe she should do what she's supposed to do to lose the fucking weight. She doesn't even show up to. She was requested to leave a gym because she wasn't showing up to training. How much sense does that make? That's why you're not making weight. You're not training. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing.
Well, she is training. I mean, she is training, but she's just not. She's fighting at the wrong weight class.
She's training at a Waffle House. Brando
Oh my God.
says.
This chat room's hilarious, by the way. Did I play 20 likes? I mean, we have 60.
20 likes.
Did I play
20
it?
likes.
Did I play it for 60?
I've got fucking. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, did I play it?
No, you didn't.
I didn't. Okay. 20. Thank you, guys. Let's go to 80. 20 likes. Yeah! 20 likes for Mackenzie Dern's fat ass. 20 likes. Thank you for the likes. I do appreciate it. You are all wonderful, wonderful. The cringiest live chat on YouTube are the MMA-Holes. And we are your hosts of the evening. My name is Mystic Moss, Chris, and that is JBH across the way over there. Eat, drink, MMA. Yeah, if you want a shirt, go to the MMAHoles.com. If you want, just leave me alone. If you want to go, where's Frank Pavon? Where has he been?
Where's Frank Pavon?
What name is he under over here? Because he has been missing for the longest time. Oh, for the longest time. Oh, for the longest. Frank Biv. You're supposed to keep doing it.
Okay.
All right, ready? Whoa, oh, for the longest time. Whoa, for the longest time. Frank Bivon, you're missing from the show.
For the longest
Frank
time.
Bivon, UK MMA
I'm
hole.
so fucked up.
Oh, Frank Bivon, where are you, my cunt friend? Come back and donate for the All right, anyway.
Longest time.
All right, anyway, what would we do? All right. Anything else in the news?
No, that's pretty much it. If there is, I didn't really look at it.
All right, let's see what we got here. Okay, we're going to look through here. We got, hey, I'm here. Oh, yeah, of course there's something else.
Oh,
Jeez.
yeah.
Oh,
I got it. Oh, that was a little, all right, a little over dramatic there. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson says that he tore his MCL. He was on an interview, and he tore his MCL against Darren Till for UFC Liverpool. He says that he thinks that the strike, the fucking strike that Till was using.
yeah, the sidekick.
Yeah, that one. that Till was using constantly over and over again. He thinks that should be illegal in the UFC. He said some fighters use it for different reasons. He said when he was fighting Jorge Masvidal, Jorge was using it just to keep Till, at a distance. But he could tell that Darren Till was using it more for the aggressive manner. And he felt like Till was, to him, he felt that Till was trying to rip his entire knee out, is what he said. So how many people think that this particular strike should be illegal in the UFC? He did say it can cause a lot of fighters' careers to be, to completely end their career because of the injury.
This is a great way to lead into the phone calls over here. So get your fucking fingers ready for the dials, as 70 people are watching. Also, I want to know what you think about super fights in the UFC. I want to know what you think about PFC and CES, which we covered this weekend. I also want to know what you think about UFC, you can talk about UFC 226, the Contender Series, UFC Singapore, which is this weekend.
Yep.
Anything that's on your mind. But on the MMA-Holes.com, we drop these stories over there. And Wonderboy, with the sidekicks, he's like, ow, it hurts. My career, it sucks.
He had surgery the first time around.
Yeah, well, okay. Let's talk about this. It was with Robert Whitaker, right? Mm-hmm. Stephen Wonderboy Thompson. A bunch of people had these problems. John Jones with the oblique kick, right? Mm-hmm. When I first started getting into the world of mixed martial arts, right? The first thing I noticed was the John Jones oblique kick, and I'm like, God damn, that looks like it should not be there, right?
Right.
As I started observing the sport even more, there's a lot of things that you could be like, oh, that shouldn't be there. So I was like, you know what? If it's legal, if they feel it's legal, fuck it. Let's just go with it. But every time I see the oblique kick, I'm like, why? Why? Why is that legal? Because you watch the knee. The knee goes in a direction like this, right?
Yeah.
But it's not supposed to go like this. And with the oblique kick, it's like bang, and then the fucking knee goes in the wrong direction. Why is that happening? Why? There's no reason.
I don't know if everyone's knee goes bang.
I'm telling you right now, the oblique kicks, you literally watch it buckle in the other direction. You see the injury occur.
Yeah.
Now, it is a legal move, and that side kick, it does a similar thing over there. It fucks you up. Mm. I don't know. I'm starting to think Wonderboy might be right with this. But what do you do? Where's the line? We're literally watching men with baby gloves beat the fuck out of each other inside a cage.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do? Like, what are we going to wear? Helmets? We're going to wear knee pads? Like, what's going to be the...
Here's the thing. When it comes to the strike, the only reason I can see it being an illegal strike is similar to what you said. The fact that it can end a fighter's career. That particular injury, and he went into full detail as to why and how and everything else, especially when he got his own surgery for when he had torn his MCL or his ACL. The first time around, he tore his ACL, and then he just tore his MCL for the Till fight. That injury can end a fighter's career. If they don't recover well, if the surgery goes wrong, if it's just the injury is too severe, it can end a fighter's career. That's the only reason I could see that kick being illegal. If it completely jeopardizes your career, why have it? It jeopardizes UFC too. UFC can't have that fighter anymore if their career is ended.
Well, here's another thing, and from the chat room, and I've heard this as a counterpoint. People saying you can rip their arm out with a Kimura or an armbar, right? Mm-hmm. And you ripping their arm in half, and now you got a surgery over there for that. There's a lot of things. Here's my problem with the oblique kick or the side kick. Okay, it's not a finishing move, really, right? You see leg kicks and it chops a guy down, but it's in the thigh or the calf. You've seen that, right? And that chops the fighter down. A Kimura or an armbar is a finishing move, right? That's a move to finish the fight. If you're gonna finish the fight by taking out their knee with an oblique kick or a side kick like that, I feel like it's not really a finishing move. It's almost a move just to, I don't know. It has a different look to it, right? It's not a finishing move. A Kimura, yes, it can be problematic. You can need a surgery from that. An armbar, yes, but it's a finishing move. And a kick to the knee is not a finishing move. It's not. You don't see. Darren Till has won by oblique kick. You don't see that, right? So this is the thing where we need to talk about this, okay? Yeah. It's not a finishing move. So maybe, just maybe, this could be a move. Now, it will slow down an opponent because their knee's done, right? Their knee is done. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say here. I understand both sides of the story. I get it. I understand what Wonderboy is saying over here. Let's see what the chat has to say. Jesse, what do you think about that?
I mean, Dan Flynn just said you can tap from an armbar or a Kimura before you get hurt, which is, he makes a good point. You can't tap a knee kick.
It's like, My knee is blown out. Stop. I mean, you can. You technically can. You can pat on the mat or be like, I'm done. But, you know, it's, I mean.
But it's after the fact. But here's the thing. With a Kimura or an arm bar, you can tap before your arm is completely dislocated. You can't do that with a knee kick. You can't. And it's, an arm bar or a Kimura or anything that has to do with your limbs can end your career, of course. Anything that requires surgery or an injury that severe can end your career. But if you can prevent it by tapping, why can't it be legal? But if you can't tap before it happens, like an oblique kick, then why keep it legal? It just doesn't make sense.
So as a fan, this is where I'm going to leave my thought. As a fan, I'm going to say, let it go. Right? Hold on.
Super chat.
Harvey has a lot to say tonight.
What about punches and kicks to the throat?
Yes, we need to see more of those. Now you could choke a fucking guy. You can literally grab. That's what I wish we would see that more.
225.
We need to see that more in the sport. Why are people not strangling each other, just grabbing the throat and just pushing them? You don't see much of that.
I think that fighters are so into the techniques that are like the typical techniques that you use in MMA and shit like that. They don't consider like that's kind of you got to think about it. That's kind of a street fighting move, grabbing someone's
What
neck.
about this? What if you're on the floor, you push the head back and you elbow them right in the fucking jugular? Like, why not that? Right? That should be a move, right? Now, this is what I'm going to say. I'm going to say this. I am split in half, and this is why I am split in half. This is how I could speak for myself. As a fan, leave the oblique kicks. At first, I was like, maybe they should do something about that. But I'm like, it's a fight, right? It's a goddamn fight. So as a fan, as a spectator of the sport, I don't want to see anyone get hurt, but we are literally watching two guys try to take off each other's heads, right? That's what we're trying to watch. I mean, elbows to the face are like getting hit in the head with a fucking baseball bat. Or if you're getting hit with a shin to the side of the head, that's a baseball bat right there. So, like, what are we doing, right? Let it go. Knowing the fighters, okay? Meeting a lot of these fighters and becoming friendly with these fighters and seeing them in the cage, it brings a different perspective. Right? Now, a lot of you guys train, you fight, you have friends that fight. So let me know what you guys think. I want to know those people over there that do have people that they care about going to those cages, or if you compete as well, how do you feel about it? I think the fighters would be the best people to talk about this, to poll about this.
I agree.
The fighters seem to be split on this topic as well. But as a fan, and I'm going to stick with this, as a fan, I don't care, right? I really don't care. I'm just trying to bring up both sides of the story here and see, well, which way do I sway?
You know what? I think that's a good point, but we also have to remember, first of all, the first point, this article, this particular topic comes from a fighter. This is from a fighter's perspective.
Well, some may debate that because they think he should be on Dancing with the Stars, right?
But the second thing is, we also have to remember the Florida Commission, when they changed their rules about having having to have two hands on the mat and all that shit, that just happened months ago. It was recent, to be honest. When the Florida Commission changed that shit, everyone in the MMA community, if you go back and watch those chats, they were not happy with it because MMA fans want to see fights. They want to see legit. They don't care about whether or not a fighter. That's what they want. That's what they want to see with MMA, is a fighter get hurt. So, I mean, I could see both parts of what you're saying. I don't know. I personally, I'm of the opinion that if it hasn't really ended someone's career in the past, which I don't think it has. If it has, it's only been one or two. We've got a lot of fighters in the UFC and in Bellator and whatnot. Why do it now? You know, like, why change it now?
Well, the sport's going to constantly evolve. You're going to see rest in peace cauliflower ear, because I mark my fucking words. They're going to put headphones on these fighters. Yeah. Like this. They're going to do it. It's just a matter of time. Mark my words.
You really think so?
I really believe it. I believe that, well, especially when they're getting elbows in the side of the head, I have a feeling, and I don't want to see it. This is something I don't want to fucking see. What's going to happen is someone's going to get cracked.
Right.
Someone's going to get cracked and die in the cage. Knock on wood that it never happens. But it's going to happen. And when that happens, okay, and people have died in the cage before, but something's going to happen within the UFC where it's going to be so devastating that they're going to have to put headgear on. It's going to happen. I just feel it. Or they're going to start taking away certain strikes. I hope in my lifetime that I don't see that ever happen, and I hope they don't modify the rules like that. People in the chat over here are saying, well, they can kind of check the kicks, right? You can actually defend those moves, those illegal moves, right? So that's a good point too. I'm not saying yes. I'm not saying no. I'm giving both sides. This is a flip-flop side of me. Usually I take a hard stance and make you guys argue in the chat. I'm in the middle on this. I'm in the middle. I get both sides. But I think it's up to the MMA-Holes, right?
9 High says you guarantee it doesn't happen in the UFC. So they don't think there's going to be headgear.
You don't think so? All right, let me know in the chat, and let's take a vote. Yes or no? Will there be headgear in the UFC? And I'm talking about those little wrestling earmuffs. That's what I'm saying over there. Yes. Yes. Sound effects
Are not working.
Oh, fuck. Oh, thank you, Connor. Welcome to the show. Or no. All right, here we go. The chat room is going to speak right now. Stewie says no. UFC says no. Drunk says no. Yucha says no. Nine says no. Nanny says no. Shay says no. Almond says no. Jay says no. Wow. Duck Daddy, only if the left win the next election. Why does it go to politics? No one cares about it's so stupid. Maddie Merger says no, 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 no. Look at that. They don't give a fuck.
Lots of no's.
Not one yes from the MMA-Holes.
Well, Richie Reed says I don't know.
Richie Reed.
He's the only one who is not on the nose.
Well, there you go. He's confused. He has
All
no
right,
idea.
Richie, it's okay.
All right, so there you go. Steak! Steak! Oh my goodness! Steak!
Steak.
$30 for a steak!
Steak.
Let's go!
Steak.
Connor's hungry.
Connor's hungry. Steak.
He's hungry. Steak!
Steak.
Feed Connor steak!
Steak.
Holy shit!
Steak.
Look at Ant with the donation.
USADA bans Jones. Winner of Miocic v. Cormier fights Lesnar.
So there we go. How about that? Thank you so much, Ant.
Winner of Miocic versus Cormier fights Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar is coming back to the UFC. It's a done deal. That's happening. Now the question is this, and we'll open up the phone lines after this. And thank you for the donation, Ant. That was very generous of you. If you
Thank
guys
you, Ant.
want to interrupt the show, by the way, the donation's been on fire tonight.
Wonderful.
If you want to interrupt the show at any time, link in the description. You can play those wonderful, wonderful songs. And Super Chat's open as well. That's underneath right over there. Thank you. Okay. Conor McGregor had steak. We haven't seen that in a long time. Yeah, the lights are turning out. Closing time. All right, anyway. Brock Lesnar.
Yes.
He's probably going to be coming back to the UFC. And like we had over here, super fights, right? Super fights. Will he fight the winner of DC Miocic or John Jones? I'm going to go hard on this one. Like an erection.
That's what she said.
I can't. No.
Okay.
No, that's not happening. No, stop that. Anyway, I'm going with a hard no on DC Miocic. I think that Brock will be fighting John Jones just because the UFC is starving for that fight. They are hungry for that fight. I think Brock versus Jones. What do you think, Jesse?
I don't think Jones is coming back. I think I have to agree with Ant. I don't think Jones is coming back. Fuck it. Not just because I'm not a fan of John Jones, but because I legitimately think that John Jones has eaten up all of his chances. He's done. He's not coming back.
So here we go. We got a split room over here. Let me know what the MMA Holes. What do you say? Brock versus Ronda. This is Isaiah. MMA evolves while Brock play acts. Says Almond Brothers. Brock versus CM Punk is the fight to make.
Oh my God. Could you imagine?
I would pay big money for that. I would pay hard
versus
money.
CM Punk?
Why can't we have a WWE fight? Like, we need to have that. I'm in for that. Jonathan Jones says, JBH, you are smoking crack. He is definitely coming back.
You think so?
And that's from John Jones.
John Jones, you think? No, Jonathan Jones.
That's the real John
Jonathan Jones. Do you really think so? Tell me. I want to know why. I'm not saying you're wrong. Maybe he will come back. All right? I could be completely wrong in this. I personally don't think he is. But if you think he's coming back, tell me why. I want to know why. I don't think he is.
All right, Drunk Savage got the Jones coming back. Steve Johnson says they'll fight for a shit ton of money, 60% fee, says Steve Johnson. Ricky Fook. Drunk Savage says he's going back. Money Talks. Ricky Fuchs, which is probably the greatest name in the chat. Ricky Fuchs. I like that name. Right, Jesse? What do you think about Ricky
I
Fuchs?
think Richie Fuchs is
Wonderful, wonderful.
This is Mighty Mouse flying arm bars versus Lesnar hammer fists. Make it happen, Dana. Dan from Oregon says UFC going to fire USADA upon Brock's return. Brock's going to come in roided to the gills.
Yeah.
I do want to see Brock coming in like he's 41 years old now, and has more muscles than the ocean. And Brock Lesnar will come back Like I want him to look like full blown Ram Man. I want to
You know
see
what's
him.
gonna happen with Brock Lesnar if it is like Drunk Savage's theory? Is he's gonna keep flipping back and forth between WWE and UFC. He's not gonna stay in the UFC for long. He's gonna be like, oh well, the WWE is paying me this much money. Can you guys give me more? And then it's gonna happen again with the WWE. It's just he's just gonna fuck Brock Lesnar. I've given up on that guy.
Wait, hold on. You want to fuck Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay, good. Me too. I want to fuck him too. All right, Fap.
Fap.
All right, here we go.
Fap.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, we're about to open up the phone lines. I see the comments in there. You're saying John Jones, well, he's young. He's only 30 some odd years old. And cumin.
A cumin.
So let's get the phone lines open, right? 516-522-0267. Call us. We're lonely. Make sure you like the fuck out of this video. Jesse?
Like the fuck out of this video.
Make sure you like the fuck out of this video. Why is it all the way over there? We need to do something about that. I need to get my sound effects. Are you done with this?
Yes.
All right. Oh my God, the calls are coming in. People want to speak. All right,
I
here we
got
go.
it.
All right, hold on. Relax. 773, you are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name? What's on your minds?
Chris, what do you think of these like snarky, smug journalists who just hate Colby Covington? They kind of had to eat their words. They didn't think you'd get to this point. They thought he'd lose to Damian Maia. Then he beat Damian Maia. Then he beat RDA. And I think there's some calling him racist. And he's the type. We don't need that kind of person in the MMA world. It's pretty funny watching them like rile up all these dorks and nerdy journalists who don't compete in any combat sports, but they're really left wing. It's pretty funny watching them get riled up. What do you think about that?
All right, thanks for the call. I think they're faggots. No, here's the thing. Like, I was one way on Colby. I wasn't a big fan of the guy, right? I was like, I just don't buy into it. The last fight, I'm a believer, right? He actually is winning me over. I think Colby Covington, in my opinion, he has molded his character a little bit better, right? We kind of know what to expect with Colby Covington now, and he's backing it up. So I'm not going to dog on Colby. I've flip-flopped, and I'm with Colby. And that's what
Shame on you.
Well, I usually stand my grounds.
Shame on you,
But he's
Mystic
white.
Moss.
He's white, Jesse. I got to.
White is right?
He's the great white
Is
hope.
that how it is?
Why are white people cringy? I don't understand. Like, I'm cringy. Colby's cringy. Connor's cringy.
Yeah.
Why are we all cringy? What is that about?
Oh, Trump lovers.
I don't understand.
Do you love Trump?
Do I love Trump? He's cringy. He's white. Right?
Well, yeah.
Why are we all
that's the
cringy?
point.
Let's speak, white people. Why are we cringy?
Let's speak white people.
Let's speak up for ourselves here. Like, why do I have a YouTube channel that's cringy?
Because you wanted a
white.
YouTube channel that was cringy.
Well, I'm
You
white.
aimed for a
I was
YouTube channel
born
that was
for it.
cringy.
Yeah.
That's why.
Why? Anyway, yeah, MMA media is ridiculous. That's why we have this shit over here, right?
Yeah.
We're the realest fucking MMA piece of media out there. We are wonderful, wonderful.
Wonderful.
All right, let's open up the phone lines. 516-522-0267. Vigo says cringe is best. Wow, Chris found a West Coast fighter he likes. Colby and Brian, listen, you called me out. Yeah, listen, I don't hate West Coast. You know what? Fuck you. All right, here we go. Holy shit. Calling in like crazy. Jose.
Chris, what's going on, man?
Where the fuck have you been?
You know, man, I've just been running from the Border Patrol, but I got a green card right now. It's up to date, so I had to come check in real quick.
Well, Jose, welcome back to the show. It's good to hear your voice. What's on your mind, my friend?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to agree with you, Chris. I was never a Colby Covington fan, but you got to respect his ability to fight. And the truth is that Colby Covington is just working a character. Colby Covington is like a cheap, cringy, beginner-level version of a Chael Sonnen. So it's not his fault that he comes across cringy. He doesn't mean to, but that's as best as he can do. But at least he's trying to cultivate a character for our entertainment. So I think it was a little fucked up the way that Bisping kind of got personal on the guy and kind of try to take his, try to take his spot when the guy just won a championship. So I just wanted to say that, yeah, man, I agree with that Covington thing, even though I'm not a fan. But what I wanted to ask you about is this, Miocic versus Cormier. Everybody thinks that, that Stipe's the bigger guy, but doesn't Stipe fight at like 240? And DC, I think that he'll come in heavier than that. So I wanted you to talk about that. Is DC actually the bigger, stronger man on fight night?
All right, Jose, are you at 30% tonight? Are you Kimura Usmaning us right now?
Yeah, man, I'm just laying low today.
All right. Well, listen, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. Well, let's talk about this. All right, Jose calling in. Let's do this. Stipe versus Daniel Cormier. I've been saying this from the very beginning. I like Daniel Cormier in his fight. Now, I understand why people are saying, yeah, Stipe is going to win. The guy is he's arguably the greatest heavyweight of all time. Look at the win streak this man's on. He's beaten goddamn celebrities over here. Stipe is a beast. Only 18-2 losses. That's it. But the guy has been doing it. He's doing it for a minute. When is his last loss? It's 2014. 1-2 champ for, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in a row. 6 fights in a row. And look at the belts. Look at the performance of the night. Fight of the night. Performance of the night. Performance of the night. This guy over here, he's a beast. Stipe is a goddamn beast. But when you look at DC in this fight, I really like DC's chances. Let's go over to DC. He's only lost to one man, and his name is John Jones.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Look at his statisticals over here. He don't lose. He don't fucking lose. John Jones is his kryptonite. Now, when it comes to Stipe, yes, Stipe's got finishing power. Stipe can wrestle. But I think the shortness of Daniel Cormier against the fence, the grinding work of Cormier, is going to be the factor in this fight. I think that Cormier is going to mount Stipe Miocic and ride his fucking stomach and put his ball sack into his sternum as he fucking grinds out a victory and fucking chokes out Miocic. Jesse, what do you think about UFC 226?
I definitely have my money on Cormier for sure.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a huge Cormier fan though. So
there you go. You're going DC for the win. Wow, we actually agree. Now listen, I get how you can pick Stipe in his fight. I get it, but I don't know. I like Cormier, and I really do. I like Cormier in his fight. Let me know in the chat what you guys think. We're gonna take 2 more calls and we're gonna wind the shit down. This is the MMA-Holes Hour. That's right. We do this every Monday. Wednesday night we'll be live again for our regular show, the Wednesday show. We've been doing it forever. And tomorrow night we'll be live for the Contender Series. You pumped up about the Contender Series?
I'm super pumped for the Contender Series.
Okay, 2 more calls. Get your calls in. 516-522-0267. DC could end up sitting on Stipe for 5 rounds. Stanley Moon, Duck Daddy says DC is getting knocked the fuck out. You're always on that hype train. You said the same about Francis. No, I didn't, Duck Daddy. I picked Stipe. So get your facts straight, you goddamn duck. All right, here we go. 218. You are live with the MMA-Holes. What's your name and what is on your mind?
Isaiah.
Isaiah. Wait, is this the Isaiah that just liked us on Facebook? He likes us on Instagram. He has a beautiful avatar.
Okay, good. You guys did a great job covering the fights this weekend.
Yes, we did.
Is this 30%? 30% Isaiah?
I wanted to say that.
Oh, good.
When you guys were going to the cage to take pictures, I looked at your butt, JBH.
Thank you, Isaiah.
All right.
Thank you.
And it made me realize that I'm actually a faggot.
Isaiah.
Even better.
All right. Jesse, will you have anything to say?
I'm just kidding. You got a nice ass.
I know I do. Thank you, Isaiah.
Oh.
All right, Isaiah. Thanks for the call. Hey, that was good. What do you think about that?
Well, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Now everybody was wondering in the chat. Now you know.
Paul said we all did. So they all were looking at your ass.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
Well, I never went into the cage when we were live. So
My balls.
you weren't.
Okay. Guys, gals, 69 likes, reverse, and suck on each other's genitals right now in the chat. Let's get to 80 likes so we can play the 20-like song. Let's go, motherfuckers. If you have not liked the video yet, stop being a fucking tard. Like the video right now. Rest in peace, that ex-rapper guy. I hope you have a better time in the afterlife. And that does suck. I'm actually going to look into that story a little bit more. I'm a little curious about that. All right, here we go. Last call of the night. Will it be NH?
Yes, it will.
You think
so? I was going to re-ask it.
Will he?
Yes, it will be NH.
Okay, here we go. Let's find out right now. 516. Whoa, Jesus Christ. Here we go. Not NH. 682, you are live on the MMA Holes. What's your name and what's on your minds?
How's it going, man? This is Sam from Texas. I was just wondering, what's your thoughts on how Iaquinta did against KHABIB in that fight? Because I was super excited when Holloway fell out and Iaquinta got put in.
Mm-hmm.
How do you think Al did?
Okay. All right. Thanks for the call.
Did he say Iaquinta versus KHABIB?
Yeah, so he wants to know what we think about the fight. Now,
if it were like in prospect, like Iaquinta versus KHABIB.
They fought.
Yeah, but like if they were to do it again.
No, he wants to know what we thought about the fight. So maybe he's coming across a little later.
Forget it.
It's past your bedtime.
Yeah, a little bit.
8 more likes. 8 more motherfucking likes. 6 people are dying of leprosy. Rest in peace, your limbs. 72 likes. Thank you for the likes. Let's get to one more song. Iaquinta, I think, did a fantastic job. Came in short notice, went 5 rounds with the goddamn KHABIB.
KHABIB.
And that's another reason why I pick him in the Gaethje fight. He went 5 rounds with KHABIB.
Disagree.
Whoa. Go ahead, go for it.
I do think he did well with KHABIB.
Yeah.
Now I was rooting for KHABIB in all fairness, but given his KHABIB's wrestling tactics and everything, Iaquinta theoretically, since he wasn't prepared for the fight, it wasn't his fight in the first place, should have been taken out at some point within the 5 rounds, I think.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't. So props to Iaquinta. However, I do not think he has what it takes against Gaethje. Gaethje comes in like a fucking storm. Every one of his fights. Now, Iaquinta said that Gaethje has the same strategy over and over again. People expect it. But his strategy is coming in like he comes in and it's no fucks given. He will just go full force. It doesn't matter if he's getting hit or not. He'll go full force. Now, he's lost fights, but I don't think that that's something that Al is going to be prepared for. I really don't. Al may have had his breaks. He may have had whatever time to heal with KHABIB, but I don't think that he's going to beat Gaethje's stamina in that one.
All right, let me know what you guys think in the chat. That was a good call there. Iaquinta, he did go the distance with KHABIB, but what is his chances with Justin Gaethje? Rest in peace, Big Drama Show says Big Drama. Yeah, what is up with that? I don't know. Apparently... let me touch on this real quick before we shut this thing down. I know peeps are saying, hey, take some more calls. We can take some more calls. We could. If we get to 80 likes. Jesse's like, no. If we get to 80 likes, we'll take one more call. How about that?
All right.
Fair enough.
Fair.
You have 5 minutes.
Fair. I don't know why we're fist bumping. Fair. Oh. Wait, I didn't even fly up yet. I was supposed to. Wait, can we try it again? I was supposed to fly.
You're fired.
All right. I was supposed to fly.
No. All right, here we go. This is the MMA Holes Hour. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. You're all wonderful, wonderful. My name is Mystic Moss, and that is JBH. We will be live again tomorrow for the Contender Series.
Yes.
Make sure you subscribe to Not the MMA-Holes. We're going to give you some more content over there. Behind the scenes stuff. Questions will be answered. Subscribe to Not the MMA-Holes. We will be live on that channel very shortly, and you'll see some more cringy stuff over there as well. So subscribe to that. Subscribe to Jesse Bell Hill. Link in the description to all that fun stuff. New Yorkers have a great cardio from the combustion. This is now and later.
Combustion?
Yeah. The combustion. Spontaneous combustion in New York.
You mean from the pollution, maybe?
Or the spontaneous combustion. We're known. We're known to have that spontaneous combustion, right? What's the timetable on the studio upgrade, Chris and JBH?
What's the timetable, Chris?
We'll see. We'll see. It's a work in progress. But yeah, don't get too used to this shit over here. We're gonna try to pimp it out a little bit more.
It's gonna get pimped out, yo.
Yeah. When is JBH going back to the desert? Says Jonathan. No, says Stelio 2. Find out on Not the MMA-Holes.
Subscribe.
Yep, that's right.
And hit the notification bell.
Let's see. The knitter posted a dick in Al's mouth on the website. Okay, so the knitter has come through. Make sure you check out the MMAHoles.com. And let's see if the knitter has prevailed. And we did say Al Iaquinta has a weird picture. All right, so here's the picture. All right, there's Al Iaquinta, right? We said, whoops.
Thank you, Stipe Miocic. I love being annoying as fuck for you.
There we go. There's Al's picture. We said, would someone put a dick in his mouth? And listen, I like Al. I met him. He's a great guy. But the picture it just needs it, right? All right, so let's look down below. Greg, look at this. The MMA Holes have prevailed. So Greg has done that. All right, and Ann H has put a big Oh, an eggplant in there. There it is. All right. And there you go.
Nice job, NH.
There you go. Check out the MMAHoles.com if you have any cringiness. There's Al's pick. And all right, vote. Which one do you like better, Greg's or NH's? Let me know in the chat right now before we wind this shit down. Greg's or NH's? Which dick pick do you like better? All right, 75 likes. 5 more likes. We'll take 1 more call. You guys and gals only have 2 more minutes left in the show. 50 watching. Thanks for watching. You are all wonderful, wonderful. Jesse, it's time for you to read the chat.
Steve Johnston says, it just rained too. It did nothing sticky like a fucking sheet of saran wrap hitting you in the face if you walk outside.
Wonderful, wonderful.
That is a big white cock. Staleo.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Staleo too.
Oops, I got trigger happy.
Get a little excited
Yeah.
with the wonderful. Okay, be careful, Anne, when you're fapping that you don't stab it with a knitting needle. Isaiah.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Let me say the
All right,
name.
whoops. Guys.
Isaiah Moore.
Okay.
Okay, Al got knitted. Drunk Savage.
Wonderful, wonderful.
There we go. We're on a roll.
And with the Thanos cock, Richie Fuchs.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I didn't see Craig's. Now and later.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Jay Phil, I'm from Orlando. He moved here from Michigan when he was like 16 or something. Jonathan Jones.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Al definitely got knitted. Ann H.
Wonderful, wonderful.
1 more call is like going to the ocean with a spoon. Brian Reuter.
What the fuck?
Wonderful, wonderful.
All right.
Oreo commercial. Pulse Reloaded.
Wonderful, wonderful.
I
right,
have a
all right,
big
all right.
white cock. Templin.
All right, here we go. We got 4 more likes. And we get to 80 likes, Jesse.
Yes.
There's only like seconds left in the show. And we're done with the MMA hour and a half. Will we get to 80 likes to play the 20 more likes song one more time before we wind this thing down? Find out tonight on the MMA Holes. If you are watching this on the replay, well, make sure you like the shit out of this, share the shit out of this, and lick my fucking balls.
Lick my balls.
All right, here we go. Here's something I just want to make an announcement over here. Let's go over to the Pick'em League. Let's go over to Fantasy. Okay, let's go, guys. Get to 80 likes. Fuck you. We're not getting to 80 likes. No, I didn't say fuck you to NH. Just anyway.
Yeah, NH, we don't fuck.
Yeah.
You
Well, I would,
NH.
yeah, I would fuck Ann, but
Would you fuck Ann?
maybe.
I think everyone in the chat would fuck Ann.
Ann knows the answer to that.
Drop
question.
the eggplants in the chat if you would fuck Ann H.
All right, stop it. Per event over here on Goat Milk, life is good. Well, you don't have much time left. Life is good. You need to get out to us immediately because you won last week's UFC 225's Pick'em League, and you will be getting something from the merchandise store. But you need to reach out to us now.
Pronto.
Jesus Christ!
Sorry.
You scared the fuck out of me.
Sorry.
I literally shit my pants.
Sorry.
I just shit all over the seat.
Yeah. Okay.
Life is good. It's like you got Tourette's. The fuck? The fuck was that?
I'm sorry.
Like, Pronto! All right.
Okay, go ahead.
Life is good. Reach out to the MMA Holes. You can hit us up on social media at the MMA Holes or the MMA Holes at gmail.com. You can reach out through the website over here. Yeah, all right, let's go here. Contacts, yada, yada, yada. There you go, the MMAHoles.com. You can fucking reach out over there. Do that. But life is good. If you don't reach out by Saturday, this Saturday, the UFC Singapore card, you are not available. You're not eligible for that prize. And we will roll over the prize to UFC 226, Jesse. How about that high five? That's right.
I don't fucking know what's
All
going
right.
on anymore.
So that is that.
Yeah.
I got great news.
What's the good news? Wait, can I say it?
Yeah.
20 likes.
Say it again.
20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes.
I've got fucking 20 likes. Sing.
20 likes, 20 likes.
I've got fucking 20 likes.
20 likes, 20 likes. I've got fucking 20 likes. I hope the dislikes die of leprosy.
All right, we'll open up the phone lines for one last call. Jonathan Jones says, Chris, if I get an MMA tattoo, will you pay for it? And the answer is... But if you want to pay for my wonderful, wonderful tattoo, Link in the description. All right. Give me some love, says Harvey Weinstein. Looking for that sexy, sassy love. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Who will be the last call? 516.
NH.
522.
NH.
02.
Wonderful, wonderful.
541, you're alive with the MMA Holes. What's your name? What's on your mind?
What up? It's Dan from Oregon.
What the fuck?
That's not NH. That's fine. Dan from Oregon, last call of the night. What's up, my man?
A cumin.
You got the other MMA hole from Oregon. Sorry to disappoint.
That's all right, Dan. We'll still accept it.
Well, man, as far as these, I want to talk about the kicks to the knee and whatnot.
Okay.
I think everyone needs to slow their roll before we start banning more moves. Because there's plenty of rules out there right now that are complete bullshit. You go back and watch the old UFC fights, man. When someone was on the ground and the guy was laying on top of him in side control, that guy on bottom would try and get the hell out of there as soon as possible because that guy would be throwing knees at his face. So we need knees on the ground. If you're on the ground, didn't Anderson Silva get disqualified for up kicking a guy?
Yeah,
If a guy's trying to pound your face in, I think from the bottom you should be able to kick him in the face.
Mm-hmm.
These are like just a few, like that. I guess that's risen in like international rules if you did that. But I would be willing to make a trade. I know that this is eventually going to end a career. But, I mean, we saw that two guys' careers basically almost get ended by blocking a leg kick. Weidman blocks Anderson Silva's leg kick and just breaks it. That would have been career-ending without the steroids.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's a good point over there. Go
when
ahead.
we talk about banning, I'll trade one if you guys are willing to give some back to me in that regard. But I would rather have less rules than more rules.
There you go.
Dan, can I ask you a question?
Oh, here we go, Dan.
Okay,
Brace
Becky.
yourself.
Who is your favorite fighter in the UFC?
I could give you like a few. I don't know if I could say just one.
One will do. Just give me one of your favorite fighters.
Diaz Bros.
The Diaz
'Cause
brothers?
they're real as shit.
Okay, so say Nick Diaz, his career completely ends because of an oblique kick. And it was because they made the ultimate decision not to ban that kick. How do you as an MMA fan feel? You'll never see Nick Diaz fight again.
We're never going to see him
I
fight
mean,
again.
what's different than the real life scenario right now? We're basically never going to see Nick Diaz again. So
Okay, well,
at
let's
least
not
I
use
see
the
him
Diaz.
in
Give me someone else.
In the ring one more time. I'm not for that argument just because if it happens to my favorite fighter, then oh well, they should have made it illegal. But there's a way to go about this. And ask John McCarthy, go listen to his interviews. All these guys that are part of the commission, they like bring suggestions to the people, and they try and get rid of rules and stuff like this. That's why they did the 1 point stance where people were quote unquote playing the game. That's why they changed that, because they all agreed to that. But they can't get them to agree on everything yet. We can't even get 12 to 6 elbows unbanned yet. So it'll take time, and I'm willing to trade you.
Okay, what's the
Well,
trade?
I mean, who was it? DC got leg kicked by John Jones, and he's never said nothing.
Mm-hmm. That's true. That is true.
So, one more thing I want to bring up. My favorite football team is the Oregon Ducks. And back when they were good, the way they beat your ass is with the constant pressure that Colby Covington likes to institute now. And they would their offense was their greatest defense. They could outscore you all game. And they were running plays like every 15 seconds. Shit that no one's ever done. And that tired the hell out of people. Then you got teams out there like Stanford faking injuries and shit like that. So, I mean, someone will come up with a solution to this. But I think I've watched Stephen Wonderboy Thompson kick Jake Ellenberg's face off. That's what Darren Till was dealing with the speed, the agility, and what Wonderboy brings to the table. I think that was the excellent game plan that Till went with. Without those leg kicks, he loses that fight, even if people think he lost it no matter what. And look at Robert Whitaker. He got his knee destroyed, and what did he do? He learned to defend it, and he went out there and tried to destroy Yoel's knee. So, do you hate what Whitaker did? Like, that's my question to you guys. And, hey, can you show YouTube clips from the WWE? Because Ronda Rousey was on Raw, and that shit was pretty crazy. I'm not a WWE fan, but I like what I saw.
I'm gonna go over to Instagram and maybe we can show some pictures. I noticed that Instagram videos we can get away with a lot more better than we can with YouTube videos. So maybe I'll run over to Instagram and check out. By the way, thanks for the call, Dan. Some good points over there. Good points over there. And like I said, I still, as a fan of the sport, I don't think it really should change right now. But I understand what the fighters are talking about. I get what they're saying, and I can understand both sides of the situation. But as a fan, leave it alone, right? Oregon
Leave
Ducks.
it alone.
I'm not sure who the
Forget about it.
The New York is taking over. Oregon.
Forget about it.
Okay.
Okay.
By the way, shout out to Al Pasha the Thesaurus, or however you say that one's name. The one that did the video on Stephen Wonderboy Thompson did another great video over there. I'm a big fan of that channel. I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's like Al Pasha Thesaurus, or whatever the fuck their name is. They're really good stuff over there. So let's look over at Instagram as we wind this thing down. Dan was the last caller of the night. Let's go to Ronda Rousey's Instagram.
Niall Flanagan, I love you.
You are redlining like a motherfucker.
I'm
All
sorry.
right, yeah, that's
Niall
fine.
Flanagan, I love you.
All right. Here's Ronda Rousey. Now, apparently she fought yesterday? I don't know. On Father's Day? Who fake fights
I
on
think it was
Father's Day?
yesterday.
Here's some pictures. It's like, I'm picking her up. He's holding my shoulder. I'm. It's like she's. Look at that face. And here she is, a little ground and pound. Kurt Angle's like, no, stop it. It's mean. Here's Ronda getting thrown, she's thrown. A little hip toss. Here's an orgasm on the floor before she gets hit in the head by what looks to be a stadium seat. What is that? Or is that a no deal case? Not sure what that is.
Money bank.
No, it's a money bank.
It says money bank.
Okay. God, I wish the WWE would just go away. Now, here's the thing. I have to say this about WrestleMania, right? And wrestling and WWE. What Ronda's doing over there, it's very impressive. She's very acrobatic. She's more acrobatic than I even would have imagined. She's flying off the ropes and doing crazy shit. So kudos to Ronda Rousey for doing some real shit over there, or real fake shit. Okay, but I don't know. I mean, like, look at this. She can fly. I never knew that. Did you?
Is that
guys?
her? No, it doesn't look like her.
We're good, Sean. How are you? Yeah, it's Ronda Rousey. She's flying. I didn't know. Did you guys know that Ronda Rousey could fly? Look at that. She could fly. I believe I can fly.
I got shot by the ice cream guy. All I wanted was a popsicle, but I got sent to the hospital.
What the fuck? Where the hell did you hear that one? That's interesting. Real fake shit left my fucking ass off. Yeah. Let's see. And there they are over here. Some cool pics. Check out our Instagram. Whoa, Jesus Christ. The fuck? How did this go to this? Imagine like this was the actual next thing. Like no one touched, right? And she just flipped like that. Like it was just like, all right. It's like, okay, you ready to fight? This is like me in a fight, right? They don't even have to touch me. I just wind up like this. It's really weird. Yes. All right. You ready? I'm going to kick your... Whoa! Shit! That didn't work out. All right. This is a big, beefy girl, too. How big is this girl?
Oh, she flew when Amanda punched her. That's why she...
Oh, you mean to tell me this didn't happen immediately? Jesus Christ. Oh, she flew... You're talking about this. Over here. All right, let's see what else we have here.
Super chat.
Super chat.
Isaiah Moore with the super chat.
Well, pigs really can fly.
Yeah, pigs can
what
fly.
What the fuck?
When pigs fly.
That's awful.
All right. Thank you for the super chat, Isaiah Moore. All right, let's see what else we have over here. All right. Oh, look at me.
That is a good penis picture.
It looks
like Iaquinta's penis picture.
Yeah, make sure you insert penis pictures on the MMA-Holes.com.
Insert penis picture here.
She's a big... Who is this? Is this fucking RuPaul? Who is she fighting
No,
over here?
did you see the clip?
She's tremendous.
Yeah, there was a clip of those two. They were sitting in... before this whole fight started. It was just them sitting in chairs, like, talking smack to each other. It was really dumb, but this girl's... She's like a complete biatch.
She's fucking tremendous. Who is... She's not a girl.
She's got, like, the title or some shit. She has the belt.
She has a belt.
And she's like bragging about it and saying that Ronda Rousey can't do shit.
It's a big chick.
It's really stupid.
What's her name?
I don't know.
Here's Ronda. She looks like Spider-Man up here. Was she getting choked? Oh, here we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Ronda Rousey is getting her pussy eaten live on the... Look at this kid's face. He's like, that's right. Her pussy's getting eaten.
Wonderful.
Look at his face. He's like, you damn straight. That's right. Look at that. Munching on the carpet. She probably has a wood floor. Ronda looks like a wood floor right there, right? I would agree. Oh, here we go. Ronda's getting her ass kicked. Jesus Christ. All right. Let's see. So, all right. So, who is this girl? Taylor Tate. She's 6 foot. Current Raw Women's Champion. This is so dumb. Like, how do people watch this shit? Seriously, no offense, but you guys are idiots. Ronda Rousey, 5'7" versus 6 foot. Nia Jax. What is why are we watching this male soap opera? What are we doing?
Major accolade. Last WWE.
She's 6 foot, but she looks like the Samoan drop. It sounds like what she does when she takes a shit, right? She takes the Samoan drop. She Samoan drops the deuce in the armbar. Real creative over there, right? Hey, let's make her
Samoan drop.
Shouldn't her like if she's in the WWE, instead of an armbar, shouldn't it be like the something armbar? Shouldn't it be something else like
the rowdy armbar?
I don't know. Sean Hart says, great call on WWE fans. Chris left fuck them. Like, they all got all triggered during the UFC 225. What are we doing with WWE? When is the age where you stop watching it? And then, you know what's funny? You ever notice this? Like when you're a kid, and when I was a kid, I watched wrestling. I mean, I think all kids watch wrestling for a little
watched
bit,
it.
right? The Hulk Hogan I had, and the Bushwhackers and all that shit.
Booker T.
And then all of a sudden I was like, Santa, wrestling, same thing. No more. I'm going to stop believing in both of those.
Santa and wrestling?
It's the same shit.
What the fuck?
Right? It's
No.
the same thing. So I respect what they do. They're athletes. But what are we doing here, right? So I stopped.
24? That's so old for wrestling.
Who's 24?
Staley02 says 24 is the cutoff age for wrestling.
No, it's not. These girls are
Gotta be
fighting.
younger.
No, they're. What are we talking about here? Oh,
When you
24 to stop
yeah,
watching
when you
wrestling.
stop watching wrestling.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm my head's in the clouds. So 24, you stop.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's past your bedtime.
Way too. Wait, hold on. If you could drink a beer, you should not watch WWE. Just my opinion. Or maybe drink a lot of beers to watch WWE. What are we doing?
What does Joe Cronin do?
Why are we bringing him up?
Well, no, I wonder because
he's like
making 30
money.
or 40 years old.
Well, listen.
How old is he?
I don't know. He's a man child, I guess. I don't know. I don't. What do we like? Could you imagine? Like, now here I am playing on YouTube, and I'm a grown man doing it. So people could criticize that, but the sport that we watch and we love is a real sport. It's an actual sport where people compete, right? What are we doing? RuPaul versus Rowdy Ronda Rousey. Like, what is going on with this? Anyway, all right. I think we're done with this topic. I think we're done with the show. Let me know in the chat, the comment section, actually, down below, when this thing winds down. What do you think of WWE? Yay or nay? Do you like it? Do you not like it? I don't know. Weezing336 says, how do you guys know Joe Cronin? Well, here's the thing. I mean, the guy has got 50K subscribers.
Yeah, he's like pretty much the only
he's
person
doing
on
his thing.
YouTube who does WWE reactions. Like, it's just retarded.
No. There's a lot of people. WWE's the country
biggest
music.
person on YouTube who does WWE reactions.
No, he's not.
Who's
Nope.
the biggest person?
No, there's bigger YouTube channels.
Who does
Yep, I'll show
WWE
you.
reactions?
Yep.
Who?
Yep, there are bigger YouTube channels. There are.
Than Joe Cronin?
Yep, there are bigger, like millions of subscriber YouTube
I
channels.
always thought Joe Cronin was
no,
the one.
not even close. Yeah, no, there are other YouTube channels. WWE is the country music of sports, right? There's a million fans of WWE. Like, I mean, if you watch an award show, country music wins everything, right? They even have their own awards. It's like the BET thing for white people, country music, right? They have their own thing, right? And that's what WWE is. They roll deep. If we started a country channel, right, and just talked about country music and twang, we'd be huge because they have a massive audience. Now, MMA, it's worldwide. It's not a massive audience. We decided to take the sport with probably the lowest ratings of any other sport and make a career out of it. But who gives a fuck?
Who gives a fuck?
Anyway, all right, well, let's stop. Wrestle on air. All right, we will. All right, I think we're done. Thank you for watching. This is the MMA-Holes Hour. We'll be live again tomorrow for the Contender Series. We'll do a live reaction to that. Wednesday show, Friday show, and UFC Singapore. Jesse Bell-Hill, any last words to these coons?
Don't be an a-hole. Be an MMA-Hole.